see what the guys have been talking about, which is the effects of that long season of maintaining those levels, that they're not used to being up and challenging in title races.
No, but this moment was always going to come for them where they were going to find it difficult. And I think of the spines of teams, of Arsenal, of Manchester United, of your team that won the league. When you think of Vincent Kompany and Yaya Toure and Aguero, and you think of the team that people talk about the class of '92 winning the league as kids. Our spine was Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister, Peter Schmeichel, Roy Keane, Eric Cantona. We didn't win the league with kids. We won the league with a rock-solid spine that was brick, that was solid. The team that Arsenal won the league with Petit, with Patrick, with Tony Adams, they had absolutely incredible spines of strength. And you just look at Partey and you look at Gabriel, you look at Jesus in the last few weeks, they've had the most difficult moments, they've had the most difficult times, they've just not been able to hold it together. And I'm not talking about away at Anfield or at the Etihad, I'm talking about West Ham, Southampton today, when you've got a colt with the team playing first and you've got to then go out after them and play and not let it affect your mentality or your mind. And they just didn't really have that strength in the end to be able to come through it, but they'll learn a lot from it.
You mentioned the injury to Saliba. They've missed him for 9 games. In the last 7 of those, they've dropped points in 5 of them. Do you think, Micah, that is part of the repercussions for missing a player of that quality?
No, Gary's saying no, but I think it is.
You just
mentioned look at this. I mean,
you can't beat Southampton or West Ham when you're 2-0 up without Saliba.
It's different. It's different because you have a leader in the team. If we was to take out Vincent Kompany from our team, we can all do a job, of course we can, but you're missing your leader. When he's been in the form that he's been in this season, Saliba, it makes a massive difference to the team. Thomas Partey as well. His form just dipped off. You talk about that spine. And then
why do you think it's dipped off?
Well, Saliba's been injured for a start.
But no, you can't blame Partey's form on Saliba getting injured.
Yeah, but, OK, when Arsenal played Manchester City, the difference in the game was Haaland, wasn't it? If Saliba would have been fit for this running of the games, it would have been different. We're talking about these marginal gains. We're talking about.
But did you not think at some point in the season or in the running that one player, not 4 or 5, one player might get injured?
But eventually, that has been a difference, and that's why we agree. We said that Manchester City, when things are going not so good, even though they've been on a great run, they can leave Grealish out, they can leave Mahrez out, you know, and they can bring in Kevin De Bruyne or whoever it may be. They've got better strength in depth, and it's not talking about 20, 25 players. We're talking about 16 to 18 world-class players, and no matter what, Kyle Walker was talked about. He can't play in the full-back role. Since that, he's played some of the best football I've seen. They've stepped up to the plate at the right timing.
City played without a left-back for about the last 3 or 4 months. They played Akanji at left-back, Ake at left-back. They played Bernardo Silva at left-back, Rico Lewis. I mean, I don't think that. For me, the actual story of the last 5-6 weeks is just not Saliba. I think that would be really wrong of Arsenal to think, well, we lost Saliba and that's why we lost the league. There's just been too much for them in the difficult moments at the time that was always going to come for them, in my opinion.